Kids, squids, and everyone else, hope you're having a good morning. You already know who it is, and if you don't, it's your boy Bash. I'm with Lancer, and this is the December 2020 edition of Blow Ink. I'm looking forward to this. First match is DeathLights versus StarFall. Both are up-and-coming teams. First map, of course, is Tower Control on Starfish main stage. What kind of action do you think we're going to see, Lancer?
Well, I feel like we're going to definitely see a little bit of close quarters, good play. Some charger, definitely, from both snipes each side. I have a feeling that we'll see either a normal splatter scope or possibly E-leader if we can.
Oh yeah, splatter scopes, E-leaders are great. With the elevation and the open space in the middle, really good for sniping. I've seen more aggressive teams run splatlings every now and again in the place of a charger, but I'm not sure if either of these teams are going to be trying for that flavor of play yet. What about specials? What do you think we're going to see besides stingrays and stuff like that?
I believe also, due to it being a very open map, we will probably see somebody running Booyah Bomb, whether it be with K-Pro or 52 Gal. That'll definitely be a factor here.
Oh yeah, the Booyah Bombs can always turn the tide of a tower push. Gotta love alliterations. Anyways, let's see what comps these guys are running. Okay, we see a bucket out, and we see a splat. Okay, so someone is running a kind of splatling. But StarFall is going completely on the offensive with their setup. Let's see if it pays off for them.
I mean, like I said, we would see some K-Pro. Both sides have it, and we do see a splatling coming out on DeathLights' side.
Oh, and already StarFall's got a stingray out.
And a big splat there from sorry. As StarFall makes their first push in his tourney, Sebastian's popping armor here.
They haven't quite gotten the tower yet. For whatever reason, they had the ingredients for a really good push, but then they just put everything in the wrong place, or they overcooked it or something, because it looks like DeathLights has been taking control of the tower. StarFall only has 1 point on the board, and now DeathLights has momentum. They're using their specials really well. They're throwing their bombs in all the right places, and they're winning their engagements. StarFall needs to rally together and pick themselves back up.
Yeah, as we see Smooey getting a splat on Sebastian, moving there. Ray coming out from StarFall's side, but DeathLights keeps making their push happen.
You think it's the range difference that's making the difference in DeathLights' advantage? Because we see a Gal and a Splatling on the side of DeathLights, but StarFall, I think their longest distance weapons are the Squelcher and the K-Pro.
I feel like, yeah, definitely range is being a big factor here so far for DeathLights' big push at the moment, as we get a splat here. But we gotta take into account that sometimes range could be their downfall, because Squelcher could possibly misplay if they ever get into a close range engagement.
Dr. Phil trying to dodge that stingray, but that's fine. They pushed the tower enough, and okay, they're not quite done with their push yet. They're still trying to move towards the tower, but it looks like StarFall is finally picking themselves up and making sure the tower can return to the neutral position. Popping the armor, and now they take the tower, and now it's their turn to try to push. Sebastian coming up on the flank, trying to battle that splatling. Doesn't quite make it work.
Well, I mean, with Sebastian playing, I believe, as NZAP, he's definitely going to be their top painter for the team with the Soda Slosher, so he's got to make sure to get good map control whenever they have to make a push, to get those crucial picks whenever they need it.
We see some trades, and now DeathLights is preparing to make another push. But with the points difference, they really could just play defensively and take the game that way. But yeah, it looks like StarFall is going to try to push more. So defense is the play either way. We see a Booyah Bomb coming out. Very good dodge by Kaito, and they're looking to repaint that position as well. So, not the best Booyah Bomb.
Yeah, I mean, you have to definitely pick and choose on where you have to throw that Booyah Bomb. I've been playing K-Pro for a while, and you want to make sure that you have it on a good target. Like, sometimes throwing it to tower isn't the best move. Like, you would probably want to throw it somewhere where most of the enemies are coming through just to block their range or coming to the tower in the first place.
For sure. Tag coming out with the Stingray, looking to get a few picks. Sadly doesn't get any. You see another Booyah Bomb coming out. Not sure what the point of that was. But StarFall has taken the first checkpoint, so maybe it was just a diversion. Juggle just dodging fire. Sebastian right behind Juggle. Somehow surviving through it all up until now. Genix going to try to get back on the tower now.
And we see Ray and Suction Bombs thrown on towers just to prevent Genix from getting back on, which is pretty big there.
Yep. It's not over for StarFall just yet, but they need to move now and come up with a rock-solid strategy to ride the tower all the way to where they need to be in order to make up that score difference during overtime. 20 seconds left, and it looks like DeathLights actually has the tower, and they're popping armor. Very, very good idea for these last 10 seconds when you're trying to keep control of the tower in order to get the dub.
Yeah, you feel like definitely the last few seconds is a good time. If you have a big lead, try and push as much as you can to get a win, as they did right here.
Yep. Solid strategy. They made the right push, took advantage in the holes in StarFall's offense, rode it all the way that they could, and then they just did everything in their power to prevent StarFall from getting the tower. A lot of picks as well. You see all of the top frags was from DeathLights, so yeah.
Yeah. These were getting a sub from one team, but just from that first match, what do you think could be a good counter for the next map, which is Skipper Zones?
I mean, I feel like the more aggressive lineup of StarFall will work better for something like Skipper Pavilion Zones, but DeathLights might be coming out with an aggro lineup of their own, so it might just be coming up with a better strategy and just trying to outplay them.
Yeah, and also
it'll be difficult because DeathLights has been really on their stuff when it comes to their engagements. So maybe just StarFall just needs to wake up a little bit and try to get more picks.
Yeah, I feel like definitely some weapons probably, or like some specials probably won't be best for this map, because sometimes it can be very open, but zone is also closed due to the two walls that are separated by top mid. So we'll probably see a lot more Tenta missiles just to see if they can cap zone in any way.
Tenta missiles and Booyah Bombs for sure. Maybe a couple ink clouds, ink storms.
Yeah, I could see somebody using CDS for its Splat Bomb and Rain, yeah.
Anyways, match is about to begin, so we will see what comps they're using now. Okay.
Oh, alright.
DeathLights keeping out the Splatling. I mean, there's some elevation, then there's some open spaces, so provided Phil can play the position game really well, that Splatling could be put to work. But it looks like StarFall is... Oh no, DeathLights has put the first points on the board, but StarFall is clapping back right away. We see bombs coming out every which way, and the armor has been popped on the side of both squads. Kaito trying to flank. Doesn't get any picks, but gets a dime and served as a good distraction because every time StarFall takes control away from DeathLights, DeathLights just claps back. StarFall just cannot get too many points on the board. It's 95 to 79, and DeathLights just taking away their penalty.
Yeah, big, definitely some big flanks I saw there from Calretta. Wait, just to wait for their Octo shot coming through. Shark that, got the pick. Definitely some moves that you have to get on Skipper.
I think StarFall just needs a smarter approach. They need to look at where the DeathLights players are and just try to have 1 or 2 players sneak into the blind spot while the others try to engage. It's all about playing the objective while distracting the other team from said objective. But it doesn't look like that's happening. DeathLights has the zone locked down like a bank safe right now.
So we got the big triple there after locking everything right there. And it looks like it's definitely going to be going down to DeathLights here as another pick goes in, and it is game.
DeathLights takes the second map and the set with absolute authority. Very well done to them. They just planted their feet and just painted everywhere. And they saw every little direction that the StarFall players were coming from. And they were just ready.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they were probably playing flat zones more like they were playing turf war in the first place, so big plays both sides, but definitely went all the way for DeathLight's side.
You can definitely not underestimate the importance of map vision. Are we playing it? Are we playing a map 3?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we play all 3.
Okay. So,
yeah, Swiss.
Rainmaker on the Reef. Pretty standard map mode combo. Any kind of loadout can work. So, we'll just be seeing the stuff that complements the play styles of each squad. DeathLights is probably going to maintain that aggressive energy. We'll have to see what StarFall does, because they'll want to make some adjustments. They want to take the game.
Well, I mean, I feel like we can definitely see a little bit more variety on this map. You could probably see, I'd say, again, probably have a little bit of K-Pro, probably get K-Shot out there if you can for missile variety.
Yeah. So we're just waiting for the match to start now. It looks like both squads are thinking pretty hard about what they want their loadouts to be. I mean, DeathLights is probably chilling. But, I mean, it could be a good opportunity to try out a new composition and see how well it works out. Rainmaker is definitely a rapid mode, so you'll want to try out different kinds of loadouts that will maximize the effectiveness of an offense. Let's see what they come out with. Okay, we've got a Nautilus on the side of StarFall. DeathLight's got a splatling of its own. And other than that, it's mostly just shooters, although StarFall's got a pair of dualies on their end. So probably a little bit more close quarters. StarFall covering all different kinds of ranges. But if DeathLights can be smart about where they're placing their shots, they can very well take it again. So far, it looks like StarFall has been winning the engagements and has been painting the most, and it looks like they took the Rainmaker very briefly. 10 points on the board, better than nothing. Phil has a Stingray, so we'll need to see when they're going to use that.
I also really should have expected a Forge Pro coming out from StarFall's side, because with bubbles, that can definitely help with a big push in this sort of setting.
Oh yeah, pushing forward with Rainmaker, pushing forward with the bubbles on Rainmaker, that's always dangerous, because you could just run up on someone with the bubble right in front of their face and just paint and just take him out just like that. Phil pushes the Rainmaker, gets a lot more points than StarFall did, so it looks like they're trying to maintain the momentum as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you get 2-0 from the first 2 games, you should definitely have a lot more momentum than the opposing team.
Oh,
but
yeah,
definitely,
the game is huge.
yeah, the other team should definitely still think we still have a shot at least winning one game in this set, and they definitely are going out there hoping for a win.
Ooh, very nice flank from Sebastian. I think that was a double they got, and the armor is popped. Are they going to try to make a push? Looks like. But that's a lot of purple paint, so they're going to need to move carefully and pre-paint a lot. And the bubbles are coming out, so it looks like we're going to be seeing that bubble push, but it doesn't get anybody. It looks like they just did that to paint.
Most likely, yeah. Another big pick there from Kato, as Ray's popped by Phil, and the entire StarFall team goes out of spawn.
Yeah.
There, holding off spawn, trying to get him. Only gets one, though.
Noble effort with that bubble push, but it doesn't look like it was that well placed, because, yeah, not only does DeathLights have control of the Rainmaker again, but they've repainted a lot of center. And now all they can do is play keep away, unless they want to go for the knockout and just make a statement. Rub it in a little bit.
It's definitely kind of like towers. If you have a big lead, you might as well wait with time and try and just stay back, defend, make sure that the other team doesn't get a bigger push than what you had already gotten.
Yeah, because it's fun to want to get a KO, but at the same time, you don't want to do anything rash and just jeopardize the score. StarFall tried to go for some sort of push there. They had an inkjet. Something happened, though. DeathLights must have shut that down in some kind of way. But you gotta appreciate the efficiency of DeathLights' offense. They know how to position themselves, and they're getting picks off very quickly, allowing them to make their pushes as soon as possible, as much as possible. As well as their specials coordination, popping the armor in the exact right time. Smooey just pushing in, getting the picks.
Ooh, another splat on Rainmaker. 3 of StarFall near the Rainmaker in the first place. They're probably going to have to try and push back, and as we see, yeah, they're pushing them back all the way to bridge with Kararita popping the Rainmaker. Sorry, Inkjet, my bad.
Yeah, I would have wanted to see them go for picks with the Inkjet, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Too often I see them painting the center just for it to be repainted. They need to be a little bit more proactive with regards to their paint situation.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta also try and get as many picks as you can. Try and give your team an advantage on how many are up your side compared to the other team.
Yep, because if you get a near wipe or full wipe, that gives you a wide open opportunity to push more. But it doesn't look like DeathLights is letting them do that. Now Phil is going to hold on to the Rainmaker, ideally to them for the rest of the match, and just try to get some picks with the Rainmaker. No point try to go for a KO now. 10 seconds left on the clock. Is StarFall going to pull out something funny? They need to get a pick soon, otherwise they're not going to get that opportunity, and it is curtains. It is curtains. Thank you for playing, StarFall, but DeathLights is staying on.
Some big picks from DeathLights at the end there as they're trying to protect their Rainmaker holder. I mean, when it's heading to the end of the game and you have lead, it's basically just grab Rainmaker and basically play Protect Residence.
Shoutouts to Smooey for the 21 picks as well. Extremely productive offense that match. They were just going to work. They were going to town.
Yeah, you definitely see that DeathLights is a very offensive team that we will most likely see in possibly alpha or beta bracket.
For sure. It'll be really cool to see how far they go in this tournament. So now we just got to see who's coming up next. Any styles of play you're looking forward to seeing, or are you just expecting the usual meta from these guys?
Most likely the normal meta, getting your typical, two front lines, support in the back line.
Mm-hmm.
If possible, that would be fun to see a very wacky comp as well. Kind of Being odd, I have seen a few teams go that route, kind of like how 20 Pew Pew has done it with quad of one weapon.
Yep. It'll be cool seeing what's coming up for us next, but until then, we're gonna take a break. Stay tuned for more action. Welcome back. Before we get back to the action, we're going to take some time to shout out another event. The Minnow Cup is a new tournament for teams Div 4 and below that focuses on improving teamwork skills on each of the 4 ranked modes in succession. Each month, maps are played exclusively on one of these modes. The Minnow Cup is having its second event on January 2nd, 2021, and the mode that they will be focusing on is the fan favorite, Clamblitz. Registration on Battlefy is currently open. Hit them up at discord.io/MinnowCup. But anyways, we are going on to round 2, and we've got Shrimp Chips versus Clownfish. I actually recognize some of the players on both of the squads, particularly on the side of Shrimp Chips. Some of them are my associates, but this is the first time that I've seen them in action, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they play. First map is Humpback, Humpcrack, Clamblitz. It's going to be Humpback is a king of the hill kind of mode. This is the first time I've really seen it in Clamblitz. What kind of action are you expecting to see, Lancer?
I can possibly expect to see a little bit of a dualies, possibly, if you can get on like top of the hill. It's best to be quick, move around, and that's what dualies are best for.
Yeah, a lot of close range, a lot of dualies, and then a lot of the closer range shooters, I think, will be right at home here. Maybe a couple sloshers just to make things spicy.
Maybe. Again, when talking about closer range weapons, I could definitely see an end zap being a crucial part with armor. Possibly seeing a weapon also with bubbles could be big to make a push to get it their football in the basket.
Yeah. Maybe a stock junior if we're trying to see some armor out.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah, armor would be really good on Clamblitz, especially on a map as chaotic and crazy as Humpback Pump Track. Let's see what comps we're coming out with. Yeah, we got some Splatlings in here, and is that an Octobrush? Is that an Octobrush from Majesty on the side of Shrimp Chip? This is a varied lineup. They're trying something great. Maybe they know something we don't. But anyways, right now, no side has a clear advantage. They're just they're taking their time with regards to their engagements. Arva painting and trying to pick up plants. They've got an Ink Storm, but when do you think they're gonna pop it?
Oh, they just popped it.
And the armor. So Clownfish is going for a push right away, but Shrimp Chips, one of the players of Shrimp Chips already has a power clamp. So they got to play offense and defense at the same time. At least that's what they're probably planning on doing.
Yeah, I mean, especially since, again, you got to make sure you have armor. Stamp could also be a good weapon to help with push from the Octo Brush on that side.
For sure. But it looks like they're not rushing into anything. Oh, and they just got wiped. They just got wiped.
We got wiped again?
What beautiful coordination from Clownfish. I mean, both of their teams were taking their time. They almost like playing chess, and I respect that a lot. But it looks like Clownfish was the first one to see an opening and make a move, and they're already down to 24. Right in the blink of an eye. I'm sorry to anyone who like looked away for more than a second. Beautiful stuff from Clownfish. I'm looking forward to seeing how Shrimp Chips picks back up. Starbit's picking up some clams. Rope. I hope that's pronouncing that correctly. Popping the Inkjet. Gonna try to make some moves from the spawn. Good effort, but Slowboy is just holding it down with that suppressive fire from the Splatling, and Tomato has got a power clam. See if they can't make a saucy push. Anyways,
with Slowboy holding on to the basket with their Hydra, it's definitely a good weapon for this map, since you have a big high area up there for your street, and just from the middle area, you only have a little bit of coverage, so the usage of Hydra was definitely a good choice.
yeah, usually we expect to see more closer range stuff, but if you know how you're using the weapon, you can probably use any setup anywhere, just as long as you know what you're doing. Adept pops the armor. Gonna see if we can't make another push, try to get another power clam in there. There is a big penalty, so they'd need to put in a lot of points. Good pick by Robin. Ranging them out with that K-Pro. Almost dodged those moves, but Arva takes it that time, dodging bombs. And yeah, once again, we've got a power clam on each side. Who do you think's gonna make the push this time?
I think Clownfish could possibly get their another move out, seeing that they have a good amount of map control over Shrimp Chips so far.
And the specials.
Yes, they do have special coming out from their Hydro soon. I can see that.
Shrimp Chips, I mean, they're still picking up clams. I mean, no one's really rushing to make a move now, although I think Shrimp Chips might want to, Shrimp Chips will want to move a little bit faster. They're doing it, oh no, but Clownfish shuts down any discussion of that right away. Oh, they almost put in another power clam, but nah, that was just something to scare them a little bit. But you gotta respect Shrimp Chips for not backing down. But I hope they move in soon.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to try and make their first big push as soon as they can with 33 seconds left in the game. Oh, it's a wipe!
Very well done. Good wipe. Shoutouts to Arva for shutting down that inkjet. And are they just gonna seal it there? Are they throwing in any more clams? I mean, they don't necessarily need to. They're just stalling for time at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, another pick there. Only 10 seconds. I wonder if Shrimp Chips can get a push in time in overtime right now, since they only have
a power clam. Time is of the essence. They gotta do something now. Rope's got a lot of clams as well. Busted out the inkjet. Let's see. Good timing of the shots, but also good dodges from Clownfish. Slow Boy putting on the suppressive once again, dodging that Booyah Bomb, and that's that.
Too late on that Booyah Bomb for the push. It was definitely a good move.
Clownfish.
It was definitely a great move for the Booyah Bomb to be thrown right at Slow Boy. Try and get that defense off of the basket, but they just ran out of time.
For sure. Slow Boy did good suppressive. Shoutouts to Adept and Tomato for their pushes and their picks. Really, I think both squads had a solid strategy, but we have to give Clownfish the edge for making those picks count and knowing exactly when to make the move. Of course, we can't fault Shrimp Chips. This is a chaotic map mode combo, so
yeah,
probably not the way they wanted to start the set. But next is Tower Control on Anchovy Games. So it's a little bit laid back, a little bit more laid back, I guess. It's never laid back in Splatoon completely, but we're definitely going to see a lot more backline action. Probably someone on each team is going to try some funny flanking, but there's not too much you can do given the setup on Anchovy Games with the fans and everything. It could just be a grind. It really depends on what the teams are thinking about and how they use their specials. Speaking of which, what specials are we going to see? I think we're going to see Stingrays. I think we're going to see Booyah Bombs. Maybe some armor if one of the squads decides to go super aggro.
Yeah, I definitely see a lot of Stingray coming out on this map mode combo, but Booyah Bomb is kind of iffy, in my opinion, for the fact that if you were to start a Booyah Bomb on one of the fans, you have a chance at accidentally throwing it at one of the signs and just having a terrible, terrible Booyah Bomb situation.
Yeah, either way, with any special, aiming is going to be of the essence. Especially because a lot of stuff is blocked off. Having that prime map vision is going to be really, really important and really, really helpful.
Yeah,
It is
absolutely.
always, but yeah.
Yeah. Especially since this map sometimes can have a little bit lower visibility if you can make it that way for your side.
Anyways, off we go. Let's see how much range each squad is trying to operate at. First, we're going to look at Clownfish, I imagine. Oh, the match is taking its time starting. Okay, Clownfish. Yep, they're operating with a decent amount of range. Ooh, Rope's got got a charger. Yeah, I'm not sure we'd see a splatter scope on a map like this. There's not too much range. Definitely wouldn't use an E-leader.
Not really the best for an E-leader on this map. As ballpoint, though, will be a pretty good effect on defense on top.
So right now, they're just focusing on painting. Oh, but Shrimp Chips puts the first points on the board. Just 1 point, though. Tomato pop in the tower. Yeah, it looks like they wanted to go for a push, but then they were just like, no, that's not the right time yet. But,
yeah.
Oh, look at these. They're just clapping at each other. These are some crazy engagement. Someone on Clownfish putting Rope on the back foot as Clownfish the first checkpoint. And the Inkjet from Arva raining fire down on Shrimp Chips.
That Inkjet can be helpful, especially since it brings you up higher and you can definitely get more visibility on the opponents.
Slowboy staying on that tower, raining more fire with that Splatling, although I'm not sure if saying rain fire is the right analogy because they're green paint and Shrimp Chips is the orange fire color. But I digress. Yeah. We're already at checkpoint 3.
But yeah, this is a big push right now here for Clownfish, but it looks like they're going to end it right there.
With authority.
What a push there.
Going from checkpoint to checkpoint to checkpoint. Shout out to Checkpoint 1, the server, though. Great group of guys. But, yeah. Clownfish knew exactly what to do, and they executed. Simple as. Adept going for top frags once again, putting those dualies to work. But it's not over yet. Shrimp Chips still has a chance to show off something cool as we are going to splat zones on Gobi Arena. What do you think we're going to see here?
I wouldn't question seeing an E-leader on this map, since that zone is wide open to everybody.
Yep, a lot of wide open space. An E-leader could very well make moves here, or a splatter scope, depending on what flavor of scoped charger you prefer, and what kind of special combination. Not sure if we'd Stingray on a mode like zones. I'm thinking more Booyah Bombs and Ink Storms.
Yeah. You could also see somebody go with a Kenza splatter scope if you really want that baller push.
Yeah, ballers could work. Ballers could be very disruptive to an offense. You can see the enemy in control and flip the zone just like that. But anyways, we're headed to Gobi Arena. We're about to ball out. Shout out to the Sacramento Kings. Let's see what compositions we're about to go with. About the same for Clownfish. They're not really changing much. Shrimp Chips making minimal change as well. Starbit coming out with the Blobber though. We got the meme weapon. Wait, did Rope EC?
Oh, we actually have EC.
Yeah, that was right away. Are we gonna replay that? I'm not exactly.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna replay.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna replay.
They're definitely gonna be replaying as. Yeah, they're not even gonna try for a push anymore.
Sorry about that, folks. Call that a loose ball foul. We're gonna. We're gonna restart in just a moment. But yeah, it's always nice to see a little squid party in the middle of the action. Everyone's just having fun. Everyone's just letting off steam. Yep. Always important to do, just to keep the mental part of the game fresh.
Definitely. I mean, it's definitely kind of a way to converse with your opponent. You know, just be friends until the actual match starts, and then they'll become your enemy again.
Engage in a little bit of trash talk, maybe?
Possibly.
Alright. Let's try this again, shall we? Gotta love peer-to-peer connections, right?
Yep.
Shoutouts to Nintendo Switch Online.
Yep.
Hashtag free Splatoon.
Whew. $20 a year. Oh boy.
Anyways. Are we gonna start? Are we gonna start? Are we gonna start? There we are. And there we are.
Okay. Let's hope we don't see DC again.
Hopefully.
Oh,
no!
Never mind.
Why? Okay, they're gonna have to play this one. Sorry, Rope. Sorry, Shrimp Chips.
Yep.
Y'all are gonna have to make do. We salute you. We wish you a good match, but it's gonna be hard with a 3v4 when Clownfish has been playing as well as they have been.
Yeah, definitely. With how their comps have been coming into play, making sure that they have the upper hand every time, it's definitely going to be hard to be playing with a 3v4.
Arva just locked on. Arva's smelling blood right now. Just finding the other players and just and we got the inkjet. Ooh, the inkjet. One hit right away. You love to see it.
Again by Arva, it's for blocking off that ink rail and try and reduce mobility.
Oh yeah, Arva raiding water this time. Of course, we know Inklings and Octolings dissolve in water, so it's a dangerous game.
Yep.
And is that going to be it? Oh, no. Shrimp Chip disrupts the zone right away, but only temporarily. Very good effort from Shrimp Chips. They kept creeping on, even though they had to play a 3v4. Very well done to them. We admire their heart. But of course, Clownfish just capitalized on the opportunity to extend their lead further. And
yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say anything more about this match. What is there to say with how it went?
I don't know. Definitely going to be something that Shrimp Chips will have to look over, see what they've done wrong, like what they could have done better on clams, zones, everything right now. Just you got to make sure to realize that maybe part of our comp wasn't the best move, or what could we have done to make sure they didn't get as many picks as they did.
For sure. Yeah, definitely look at those first two games, see what they can learn. Third game we can't really fault them on, but they did a really good job against a team as locked in as Clownfish. It's always a good opportunity going up against a team that you can learn a lot from, that pushes you to be better as a competitor.
Definitely, yeah. I feel like, Clownfish definitely had been locked in from the start. They knew what they were going to be going into, heading into this next set. I could see them possibly getting another 3-0 sweep for their next one.
Maybe. Yeah, they've been very good. if we see a team operate even better than they have, that's going to be really good Splatoon. But we'll have to wait to see more action. We're going to go to a break. Don't go anywhere. If that set was any indication, the next set is going to be crazy.
Yes.
Keep it here.
What is 3v4? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You will never see that.
Wug, are you absolutely out of your mind, Wug? That is how you do it. You shark with the roller. You go right back into that solo queue mode. You need invincibility that the Booyah Bomb provides, and they are still pushing here. Blue Ring Kraken refusing to give up on this game. They've accumulated 75 points, but here comes Wug, and they get themselves a double. That is exactly the stop that they needed, and Valhalla have not given up on this set just yet. I think for the Splatling to try to pick it up, and indeed that is so. As this push forward has to start now, if you are Valhalla, try to establish yourself. We are more than halfway through. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful hit! And they lose them. Oh, they lost the Rainmaker right before the triple. Come.
Oh, welcome back, and we've got another plug, and Zelda fans will like this one. It's Dangerous to Go Alone is Off the Dial's flagship solo registration tournament, focused on creating balanced teams and being accessible to everyone, with no team setup required. You sign up alone, and they make your teams a couple days before the tournament. Its December season is running next Sunday, Saturday 27th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. UTC. That is noon for everyone in the Pacific. You can learn more about the tournament at otd.inc/idtpa. You can sign up directly at otd.inc/signup. And you can join the Discord at otd.inc/discord. And that's all /, just to make sure everyone's on the same page. We're on round 3 right now. We got Pistol Shrimp versus Mahi-Mahi Monsoon. And first map is a Rainmaker on Inkblot Art Academy. Another sort of grind style map mode combo. What do you think we're going to see, Lancer?
Definitely a few backlines from each side. I feel like one of the best specials you can also have is a Stingray for whenever the pickup is.
So, yeah, definitely Stingrays. I'm definitely seeing weapons of all ranges being played here because Inkblot is one of the more balanced maps in the lineup. And it looks like everyone's getting ready pretty quickly, so looks like everyone knows what setups we're using. Okay, we got some buckets, some L3s, some Kensa shooters, a little bit of everything. I like it.
Surprised Mahi-Mahi went with no backline and insisted on a few more ranged weapons like K-Pro and 96 Gal. Kind of an interesting move.
Yeah, there are so many good places to perch up and take Overwatch, so I'm surprised no one pulled out any sort of charger. We've just got the one Splatling. Classy. But anyways, Mahi-Mahi Monsoon takes the Rainmaker, and it looks like everybody's wasting no time pushing right away. But Pistol Shrimp claps back, and though Mahi-Mahi Monsoon, or M-Cubes, as you may refer to them, has the first points on the board, it's going to be a grind to put any more on. Pistol Shrimp is assuring that, as Sharpie may be attempting to flank, but someone's on top. We see a Booyah Bomb, we see Tenta Missiles, we see paint of all colors going all over the place, but Mahi-Mahi Monsoon is taking advantage of an opening. Had to go through that poison ink bomb, but they might just plant it. Are they going to plant it? Oh no, Sharpie just sealed the deal. Very clutch from Sharpie, taking out the other jumper, the double. Is that a triple? That's a near wipe. And now Pistol Shrimp has the Rainmaker.
Definitely a great push there from Mahi-Mahi Monsoon. And we gotta see how Pistol Shrimp is able to come back at him as we see a big splat there from Mahi-Mahi.
Yeah, Pistol Shrimp did a great job at making sure that wouldn't be a knockout victory for MQ, but they gotta keep that energy all the way to the end, because Mahi-Mahi Monsoon only needs 7 more points. That's a big lead.
Yeah, and again, you just gotta make sure you gotta stay as defensive as soon as you have a huge lead. We've been saying it all day so far. And you just gotta see how well they can handle it without having a backline in their team again.
Yeah, that's just the nature of Splatoon. As soon as you're able to get a big lead like that, you're able to hang back. And it's probably better to hang back because you don't want to make an offense that will just end up wiping everyone and then just allow the other team to run up on your base and plant it.
Yeah, while we're talking, Pistol Shrimp moves it down to 13.
Yeah, that was a really good push from them. So they're just trading pushes like Pokemon cards at this point.
Ooh, another splat there from Time. And oh, another one there from the double. Can he possibly get a triple? Backing down on Octobrush right now, but
yeah, better to stay alive.
Yeah, we like to see. Oh, got him.
Flat Squizzy, good on him. And now they're pushing the Rainmaker. Yeah, they've closed the distance, but they still have work to do. A close loss is still a loss. And they are doing that work. Good roller use, but I'm not sure why. I mean, the splashdown might have been for good measure. They almost put more points on the board. G-Hype is still out there, planting that roller down. Not quite planting the Rainmaker just yet, but ooh, the Glizzy Octobrush. Seeing a lot of Octobrushes these matches. Starting to become popular.
I mean, especially with Stampa's it's special, you can definitely see it be used for a lot of pushes in a crucial moment whenever necessary.
Yep, shout out to Team Kingmaker. But anyways, Mahi-Mahi Monsoon holds the Rainmaker more. They can only hold it for so long, though.
Ooh, there's, yeah, reset right there.
Yeah.
I'm sure if that was on purpose or if they got pressure on the right side.
Either way, they're not sweating. They're still in the lead. They can basically do whatever as long as they're preventing Pistol Shrimp from going any further. And with 1 minute left, yeah, they got to be feeling confident. But Pistol Shrimp isn't out of it yet. They're probably figuring if we were able to go that far, who's to say we can't go 6 or lower? We just got to wait for the right moment to push. Blassie tries to put on some Overwatch, but unfortunately gets splatted. As Mahi-Mahi Monsoon has some great spacing, really good positioning. They're intercepting every push that is being taken their way. Sharpie might have an opening, but isn't quite using it yet. Pulls out the missiles. They're going to try to flank now.
And there we got a Mahi-Mahi trying to see if they can get a push, but a pick there from Sharpie.
Yep, the flank worked. Ooh, but the Ultra Stamp, watch out!
Ooh. Staying alive, but you still gotta make sure you have a good path for yourself.
Okay.
And they get the pick on Glizzy.
5 seconds, they gotta pick that thing up now, and they do.
You gotta move.
And now it's a mad dash. Overtime. Protect the Rainmaker at all costs.
I feel like definitely Heavy should try and get a Booyah Bomb set and ready to go for the push, as it's 3 down on the side of Mahi-Mahi, but the flank works. Blue gets them both and ends it as Mahi-Mahi takes set 1.
Even in a crazy aggressive type match, it's always nice to take it slow, maybe try the little sneak route, hide in the paint, make them think they're safe, and then BAM! Get them.
Yeah, flanking can definitely be your friend on Inkblot Art Academy with the 2 sneaky spots out on each side of their pit.
For sure. But now, we're moving on to Clam Blitz on Sturgeon Shipyard. This is an interesting combo. The frantic nature of Clam Blitz, the irregular architecture of Sturgeon Shipyard. I'm definitely planning on seeing some backliners and some armor. How about you?
Yeah, I feel like definitely armor could be a big focal point for both sides. Definitely also good for painters to try and get an advantage, but backline is definitely a crucial point. Once you get on top of your spinner, it can be game over at that point.
Yeah. Maybe some long-range shooters? Some splatter shot pros?
Or Squelcher, definitely. I could see that.
Squelchers?
Especially, definitely
Squelchers?
also... Yeah, dually Squelchers could be pretty big there. Especially... Yeah, probably vanilla dually Squelchers. Try and get a... spotting out, get the missiles. I could see
What
that
map
working.
isn't dually Squelchers good on these days?
Hard to say, definitely.
But anyways, it looks like Pistol Shrimp is taking a little bit of time ironing out their lineup. That's fine. We'll give it to them. They need to make
Definitely.
some changes.
Yeah, you gotta think big, and once you're down 1-0, you gotta think, where can we change it up? What we want to do to make sure that our pushes are effective, and pretty much that's all they gotta really think of.
Plus, and this is a probably a very simple statement and very obvious statement, but Clam Blitz is not Rainmaker.
Yeah,
Clam Blitz is not Rainmaker. You're definitely going to want to do something different. I mean, you're still taking something to the end, but the whole nature of it all is different. And it looks like everyone's going close quarters for the most part. We see a couple blasters and we see an Octobrush.
And
Echo's still out with the roller.
Yeah.
G-Hype's still out here with the roller. I mean, that's fine if y'all want to go all fast and frantic. Just make sure you're smart about it and you got a strategy, because you don't know what the other team's planning, and if they've got something, it'll be dangerous unless you have an answer for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Echo there with a Booyah Bomb, making sure they can get a good push. As we see, 2 clams on the side of Mahi-Mahi. Looks like they're gonna try and push on top of Finner.
Very good push. Oh no, one of the power plants.
They're able to get
but
one.
they plant one. Are they gonna plant the other one? Send it, Dixie. Oh, and they're
Even
planting more.
too.
And yeah, that was a half team wipe, and they're capitalizing on it. More clams? Oh my goodness. They're already down to 15. And the Booyah Bomb to put more? Are they gonna KO?
They need 2 more.
6.
It's only their Dynamo right now. I'm not sure if he can make the push in time. Oh,
3!
1. Could have had the knockout right there.
Oh my goodness.
Just missed one of them.
Oh, they
What a
could have
push
ended
there
it
from
there.
Mahi-Mahi.
Pistol Shrimp wasn't letting them though. They were like, nah, we can't let it go down like this. But
I can tell, definitely, that is one focal point for Pistol Shrimp, is that no matter what happens, they're never going to give up. They want to make sure that they are not going to get knocked out in a big situation like this.
you have to admire that heart. You have to admire that competitive spirit, that drive to do whatever it takes that's necessary. It's a funny thing about life. If you refuse to accept anything but the best, you very often get it.
Absolutely. And we see Mahi-Mahi getting another push ready.
Yeah, another power clam, and then a few other clams, and they could just steal the deal. But yeah, they're at least whittling down that penalty, as Pistol Shrimp has a power clam of their own. Anything can happen. We got the Inkjet coming out.
Bubbles coming out too. That can be crucial for a push.
Yeah, G-Hype's got a lot of clams.
And we see
got
one.
Sharpie planting the power clam, and now they have an opportunity to make a big push of their own. But all of Mahi-Mahi's players are alive and kicking.
Oh.
Are they going to shut that down? Oh, they're already down to 27, though. So both of these teams are capitalizing on blisteringly fast offense. It just looked like Mahi-Mahi is doing a slightly better job at doing so at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely see a lot more effort going into Pistol Shrimp's next push, if possible, to see if they can possibly gain lead, whittle away that penalty. But it feels like Mahi-Mahi is definitely playing all defensive at this point.
Yeah, Mahi-Mahi wants to seal the deal, actually. They just threw in another power clam. Maybe just as a diversionary tactic to prevent the others from scoring, but oh no, they're putting in more. They're putting in more. Yeah, no, they're not fine with just hanging back and playing D. They wanna knock this out.
They definitely want to win it right here.
And they are collecting clams. They are hoarding clams, rather. You see that power clam coming out? There are multiple yellow power clams in play. Oh my god, I am at the edge of my seat right now.
I feel like this is definitely one of the best rounds of Clam Blitz I've ever seen.
Only one penalty point left, and that is it. That is it. Mahi-Mahi Monsoon pushes through continuously, and they finally get to take it. But shout-outs to Pistol Shrimp for clapping back once and making sure that Mahi-Mahi Monsoon would not take it easy. Pistol Shrimp certainly didn't take it lying down, but ooh.
I mean, yeah, you got to give it to both sides, seeing that they both had the effort and everything to try and make sure that they get a push, try and score as much as they can. But
for sure,
Mahi-Mahi had the upper edge, getting more clams, more effort, getting as many picks as they can. You got to see if Pistol Shrimp can try and get their efforts ready to see if they can lessen the blow.
Yep. And now we've got a slightly less conventional map mode combo yet again. tower control on Wahoo.
Definitely an interesting map mode. I feel like definitely sometimes Wahoo Tower can be fun sometimes or whatever, but I feel like it's probably not too much conventional, and you really have to plot out what your comp is in this situation.
Yeah, I honestly can't tell what we're gonna see in terms of comps, but if it's tower control, we're probably gonna see Stingrays, and Wahoo World does have the space for Stingrays, so.
Yeah, I mean, both sides have a good spot for an overlook all the way on the right side. You can definitely see a few backlines out there, possibly Charger or E-Leader.
Yeah, I mean, those clear lines, an E-Leader could definitely work. Yeah, but these squads have been putting out mostly aggro compositions so far. We'll see if they keep that energy or if they try something different.
Yeah. It looks like both teams are almost ready and set. We're just waiting on one player from Mahi-Mahi at the moment.
Seems like.
Alright, so we're ready to go here, and let's check out what these comps are.
Okay, so
we
we
do see E-Leader.
come out with just one from Mahi-Mahi Monsoon.
Yes.
Looks like Red wants to practice sniping a little bit. Always something to practice on in every shooter.
Yep.
Blizzy gonna try for a. I'm not sure if I would call this a flank, but more like running up in their face. But pistol
Yeah.
strip first point on the board, but Mahi-Mahi Monsoon it wasn't gonna let that stay right away, as no one's on the tower anymore. Okay, yeah, they're just camping around the tower at this point. They're not trying to get on just yet. Oh no, they are. They are.
Oh, now they are.
And they're gonna take the lead. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking that they would probably hold off just because Pistol Shrimps are also 4 up as well as Mahi-Mahi, but looks like they felt like they were confident enough to try and get a push here.
Certainly. Oh, look at the flank.
Ooh, nice flank.
That's what we'll call them. Getting some picks. Ooh, are we gonna? Okay, that's a double. Are we gonna go for a triple?
They're trying. They wanted to push it up so bad, but they were trying. I think there was a flank on that play, actually.
Seems like it.
Mahi-Mahi definitely going for more of a push, but they are being moved. But 3 down on the side of Pistol Shrimp, so they have a good opportunity to try and get more points on the board.
Red tried to pick him off from that distance, but it wasn't quite the right distance.
Yeah.
Always got to judge that with those charges. You never know just how far you reach, unless you study game data, of course, or just have a lot of experience.
Ooh.
Echo throws it down. G-Hype just waiting. Probably they're gonna try something sneaky. As Mahi-Mahi approaches checkpoint 1. But they get shut down.
Great move by G-Hype on that shark near tower. Trying to keep Mahi-Mahi from getting any more points than they already have.
G-Hype just dipping and dodging. And the Booyah Bomb gonna try to make an opening as Sharpie comes out with the Inkjet as well.
Ooh.
Ooh, indeed. The Ink Storm comes out. Doesn't do too much, though. Pistol Shrimp might actually be able to come out with the advantage.
Well, we're seeing some solid Luna play here from Glizzy at the moment. Getting a few crucial picks off tower.
Yep. Blizzy is dangerous with a blaster. Got that bomb rush as well, clearing more area. Looks like Mahi-Mahi doesn't intend on losing their lead anytime soon. But Pistol Shrimp also keeping a similar energy. But yeah. Oh no! Pistol Shrimp is riding away with it. Mahi-Mahi Monsoon is they're rushing to try to get it back, but oh, they take the tower back. All right.
Jet goes out. 2 on the lead on the right side here as Booyah Bomb goes out on the side of Pistol Shrimp.
Yeah, I mean, there's not too much difference in the score, but Mahi-Mahi's pretty content with playing defensively. Maybe this is just how they like to run with towers.
That could have been a big double opportunity right there on that Dynamo fling, but missed it just a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. If only the paint flew in a little different direction, or if it just flew a little bit farther. But anyways, now both teams are scrambling. Pistol Shrimp to take the lead, Mahi-Mahi to extend their lead. Mahi-Mahi's at checkpoint 1. But nope. Yeah, no, Mahi-Mahi takes it back. Pistol Shrimp proving that they're still in it. 3-point difference. It'll be painful if they lose this time.
Great flank by Sharpie right there. And we'll see if he can get this big push at the moment.
Yeah, Sharpie needs backup though.
Yep. And it looks like
maybe
power,
Sharpie
but there's
will
a
be the
Booyah
one
Bomb.
backup as they bust out the inkjet, but the Booyah Bomb is going to disrupt the tower. Not too much though. 10 seconds. Just approaching the tower. And that's a triple. That's a triple. And is that going to be curtains?
That is.
Seems like good effort to Pistol Shrimps, but yeah, I mean, both teams had hustle to spare, but it looks like Mahi-Mahi Monsoon just had that extra little bit.
Yeah, great effort by both teams on defense, as we saw with the low score. Both teams never really let out a big push in the first place. And you kind of got to appreciate that every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, they both had push energy, but it was a tug of war, really, as like both teams were just trading advantage. And yeah, no, it was close all the way to the end. No team dominated the other. I mean, on a mode like Rainmaker and Plan Blitz, it's a little bit different because you can find the openings, but in tower control, the objective is right in front of you, and it only moves depending on your position. So it's a lot more likely you get these tug of war kind of situations with these more aggressive teams, and that's exactly what we got.
Yeah. And once again, great job by both sides. Pistol Shrimps had the unfortunate timing of getting picked off by Mahi-Mahi a lot. Once again, you probably need to think about what is best for our team to see what you can do to make sure to get killed a lot less. But also think, what can we do for better pushes as well?
In any case, as the next set of matches start, we're going to switch out to our next wonderful casters. I've been Bashdug.
And I've been Lancer.
Thank you so much for sticking with us. Keep it here for more Splat action, and peace.
from actually counter pushing. So very well done.
Fluency is still proving a lot of dominance here. Like there are two members there up at the goal. Oh, the Rainmaker just splitting up, getting more points. Oh wow, 30 seconds left in this game.
Do everything using that curling bomb as a guide and just going. 36 remaining. There's your huge lead for Valhalla. And actually, no, that's not the vanilla Dynamo. They do have double armor, but they do have the Stingray to work with. So once again, Valhalla with a huge lead, and they can just do what they've been doing up to this point. And
just really big here, and they're now extending their lead. Look at this pressure that Fluency is adding. They're together, they're bombing and painting over the ledges, but it looks like Squidrow's come back over. And the splashdown! Oh, the K-Machine!
Welcome back, my friends, to Low Ink. It's good to have you back. We've got a new set of casters. We have this show still on the road. It's your girl, TK Layla, and joining me on commentary is the wonderful... Yep.
Hello, I'm sorry.
I love the fact I was literally about to say your name, and you just the most adorable hello. I have absolutely missed you. Hopefully you'd be doing okay.
Yep, have been. It's great to get back into commentating, personally. I've missed it. So I think the teams we've got coming up is Surf and Turf and Matchpoint.
Yep, that is correct. Both of which are situated in Group B, both currently on 6 points each. Obviously, with a whole load of point shenanigans between them. Surf and Turf currently sitting 9th for Matchpoint, currently sitting 22nd. So everything to play for if either team want to get one over on each other, especially in the run up to the top cuts in preparation for tomorrow. We've got 3 map and modes coming up for you once again, starting with StarFish main stage on Splat Zones. Then we'll follow into Black Belly Skate Park on Main Weekend and New Albacore Hotel on Clamblitz.
It's going to be an interesting set. Wonder what they're going to run on Starfish.
Well, you would definitely hope for good old heavy inkage, especially with Splat Zones coming up, and we are going to find out in just a moment. So, we've got a decent amount of range there. We've got the Kenta Pro and the Ballpoint on one side. On the other, we've got the Splattershot Junior and the Splattershot as well. So, a lot of short range, it must be said, on the side of Surf and Turf.
Yeah, that's a lot of aggression and not very much range to deal with those range weapons we get from Matchpoint. Very interesting decision making. Well, you never know. Aggression could just win the day. But that's already 2 down on the side of Surf and Turf. It's not starting well for them.
Make that 3, pretty much a near wipe already, and Matchpoint just pushing straight on forward. 2 are just staying on the zone, and the other 2 are just being complete aggressors. And well, when you're already start like that, there's no surprise to it. Guja on the right hand side, trying to get back up towards the main stage. They've got Splashdown ready, and they are going to commit to this. Ink Armor backs them up, and they'll roll on through, gets the splat, and make that 2 traded in the end, but a crucial push to give Surf and Turf the advantage.
Yes, that was a very, very good push in. They take back the zone, and they'll just have to see how well they hold it as Matchpoint come back in again.
Yeah,
it's going well for them.
It certainly is. And just slipping and sliding along with those tetras. Gotta love the 4 rolls instead of the 2. And Guja is inspired here. So many splats. Finally, Nessun does finally tag them down as they try to get back up. They've got ink armor up, but they don't have the chance to deploy it. Completely caught out.
Yep, lose that map control underneath them there. This is not looking so good for Matchpoint, but they're still trying to get that zone back, even from a distance.
Yeah, they had such a good opening start, but yeah, it looks like the short range weapons really were the way to go. A good defense translates into a good offense, and straight away Matchpoint will wrestle it back into their favor.
Yeah, let's see how long they can hold it though. Oh, it doesn't. It's not looking good for them.
Yeah, I was gonna say the answer was a few seconds, if that. But it does seem to be the case where Surf and Turf, they're definitely one of the more aggressive teams. I mean, you can see that with the comp that they're running, and they're making it work well. But having said that, if the ballpoint can start clicking into that long range, it can start to overpower them. But it doesn't look like they're slowed down anytime soon.
Yes. What Matchpoint really need to do with their pump is to just get into mid and push them out. Because once they have Surf and Turf at a distance, then it's all in their favor. But you need to get to that point first.
They certainly do, and they did have control back, and they do keep control for the time being. Oracle on the top left, they're going to try and do a bit of a sneaky flank. Inkstorm is up as well. Mist tries to slow it down and does catch Looney out. Doesn't quite catch out Mao though, who quickly keeps that control in their favor. They're past the penalty points, and with 2 minutes to go, Matchpoint are finally looking a bit more stable.
A lot of ink in their favor as well. It'll be very difficult for Surf and Turf to push back in the way it looks. But with specials, it's very doable.
Yep, but they're going to have to pop them, and they have to go now. Splashdown and missiles are aplenty. They've taken it to 6, but the Booyah Bomb should give them enough coverage. Oh, will it? No, it doesn't. They wrestle it back. They catch it just in the nick of time. They went down to 2.
Yep, that was so close to being knockout, but they still got everything to play for here. Matchpoint's just got to get back in again and force Surf and Turf off the zone.
Yeah, it did take them a while to finally get there, but again, once they had that anchor in place, it seemed like they had it for sure, but because there's not that many penalty points left for Surf and Turf, they just need to hang on here. There's only 1 on the zone. Now everybody else is coming back in to cover up the Inkstorm. 10 points to go.
Is it going to be too late?
I think there's no chance. Oh, but they can't keep it, and they take the lead. And how about that for Surf and Turf?
Very back and forth game. Wow. That was not what I was expecting.
Oh, wow. Holy crap. I mean, from match point, they started off brilliantly. They came in so offensively, and they just took that point before Surf and Turf even knew what hit them. And it looked like that was going to set the stage for the rest of that match. Boy, howdy did it not.
Yep, definitely not. It was very, very different. Wow. I had not expected that whatsoever. But they almost had it. They pushed it down to 2, and they just couldn't get back in again. Couldn't solidify that knockout or defend it just when they needed to. But it was very, very close.
Like, I thought the Booyah Bomb would have at least managed to save it off. But unfortunately, the rest of the team had gone down. There was only like 1 player left for them. So it was like, at that point, they knew as long as they pushed, they were going to not just stop it, but they would take control. But boy, howdy, that was such a late call. When you see it tick down to single digits and you see it hit 2, you just fear the worst. And goodness me, just a little bit of luck on this side.
Yep. Just didn't end up paying off in that instance. But let's see. Blackbelly Skate Park Rainmaker. The aggression is going to serve Surf and Turf well on this map. We're just going to have to see what Matchpoint take out against it.
Yeah, they are going to switch out that ballpoint. They're going to come in with a heavy splatling instead. The hero wants to be specific. You always like to see it. The soda slusher coming out as well, so we're going to get some grenade spam with our buckets. Having said that, there's also a tri-slusher on the side of Surf and Turf, which is very close to my heart. Both tri-slusher and Rainmaker, so yeah, I'm very much loving this comp.
I'm very I'm a bit more. I wasn't expecting the Glugas to come out on the side of Surf and Turf. Some more range for them on this map of all maps. So that'll be interesting to see if that gives them some more range to deal with the backline.
Yeah, a bit one of the more slow variants of the dualies, but still definitely pack a punch. The ball is going to explode and force them back, and a splat on the side of Gudra. They're going to try and chase up for anything else, but realizes that the splatling and quickly hops on back, taken out by the Soda in the end.
Still fighting over that mid, each team looking to see if they can get that push going. And I think Dragon picks it up, but doesn't get very far.
Doesn't get far at all. 2 points which are easily taken right back onto Surf and Turf's favor, and now it's their turn to start a little bit more of a more stable push. Looks like everybody from Matchpoint is there though, so this is going to be a little bit on the tense side as the Tri-Slasher is just trying to get any kind of coverage, and the Stingray...
The Stingray just takes it down. Yep, stops that push in its tracks. Still incredibly close. They haven't really pushed off of mid. But we'll have to see if either team can make an opening, try and get some more points on the board.
And the Tri-Slasher got the trade in the midst of all of that. The Rainmaker Shield will pop again. Nescent will likely deploy armor pretty soon, especially with the Rainmaker currently open and the Stingray up as well. I'm just surprised they haven't popped it already yet, because it looks like if they leave it, it will reset, and it has.
Yep, and it did. We'll have to see when they'll actually pop it and when the push will come. There's that baller out. See if they'll push back Looney, but will he actually get any kills out of this?
Well, not quite. There was one down. It was the NZAP that went down on Matchpoint side, but other than that, the glue was finally dropped, and unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time to activate your bomb rush.
Yeah, did not serve him well. Coming in with that flank, but backline saw right through it.
Having said that though, 4-2 advantage on the side of Surf and Turf. This could be a chance for a very solid push now, but they still need to get it out of mid. It's just the splash that's left. This would be great points if they can make it up there, and slowly but surely, Surf and Turf make way, caught by the grenade.
There comes the splat bomb to end them in their tracks. But they're going to have to be careful still, Matchpoint, as they've still got the rain flag coming out over. But they've mostly forced out Surf and Turf, so maybe they can make their way back into mid. We'll have to see.
Well, certainly will, but as you can see just from that overview, that the turf coverage still on the side of Surf and Turf, and Oracle again just going for this flank. They can see a Stingray. Obviously, they're too busy pointing forward. Finally did relinquish it. Where have they gone off to? Well, it really doesn't matter. There they are. There's the Splatling. Oracle goes for the 1v1. Can't quite get them though, and the Splatling knows that they're there now. Backup has arrived, but Mal gets shut down immediately.
What a flank. Great distraction there from Oracle. As Surf and Turf get another push going. Let's see how far they can take it. There goes. Yep, this NZAP goes down. So does... Oh, no!
Oh, this could be the KO! This could be a KO right here! No, it's not!
Dragon comes in from behind and just cuts it off, but
this is still dangerous though. If James can win out this one, what they do, they're gonna get the KO! They get the done!
The KO.
The range of the bucket managed to get the delay. It delayed the inevitable. It really did. The range of it just caught them, but they could not get it back on the control, and the Tri-Slasher winning that 1v1 was crucial.
Very much so, and led to that knockout. Quite the game. Very back and forth at the beginning, and then Surf and Turf just kept pushing, kept going, and then came out with a KO. It was great on their side. Great play.
It certainly was, and with that, that is 2-0 on the side of Surf and Turf, so they will take this victory, but we will still play all 3 matches because you can still get points away from this, so it always does help with the tiebreakers, especially with this kind of setup. So even if you are 2-0 down, you still take every match as 100% serious as you can, which is all well and good, but this is Clownfish at New Albacore Hotel.
This will be very interesting because I would not have put Clownblitz on Albacore as a map to not have range on. So it'll be interesting if they just stick with the Glurgas from Surf and Turf, or if they make another decision on that. They might just go all aggro. We don't know. I'm very interested in what they choose.
I mean, so far their comps have pretty much screamed go aggro. You know, going with the dualies and then the Splatter Shot, and well, both the Splatter Shot Junior and the base Splatter Shot. So they've always had like that kind of like close range combat in their DNA, as it were. But with Albacore Clan Blitz, you definitely want to be coordinating your specials more along with this boat, because you want to be able to excel with both aggressive and defensive specials. And obviously you've got stuff like Booyah and Bubbles and Armor that can all help contribute with that. So we'll see what their setup is going to be for this.
It's going to be very interesting. And I would to what they've been playing. So, you know, solid backline and mid lines, and then maybe one or maybe two kind of aggro front lines. Just a very solid comp. Just see if they are able to keep Surf and Turf at bay. We'll have to find out.
We certainly will. As the matchup is about to get underway, there probably won't be a bush from either side, because they do look comfortable with their own respective picks. We are going to see some Tetris coming out. And a Nautilus, and there is a bush! There is a bush at the end of the bush! Oh, James, thank you. Thank you very much.
It's gonna be an interesting match.
I mean, the bushes do help. I mean, on a stage like Albacore Hotel, where you've got those bridges, it just basically negates that entire thing. It's like, yep, I'm just gonna still go at a pretty damn fast pace right across this bridge, so I'm still gonna be a hard target to hit.
And then all they need to do is get in and have a power clam to jump to them, and there's already a push, you know?
Yep.
Works very well in Clan Blitz.
Yeah, it also means that your opponents will now have to be extra vigilant with their observation skills. The Guja's already going for it. Nice little cheeky jump, and that will be a very quick turn.
There is the first push.
That's a wipe.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice.
That is a wipe on the side of Surf and Turf. They are absolutely sick. They might get a KO in the first minute and a half here. They're already down to 17.
What a first push this is turning out to be. But there's 3 of them down, so I'm not sure they'll be getting any more points out of this. But what a first push, down to 17.
Wow. That was incredible. That all started from the second the Tetris realized they had 9 clams, and nobody from Matchpoint picked up the clams behind them next to the base. They just slipped on through, grabbed it, and then everyone from Surf and Turf went, all right, wipe time. That was incredible.
The second that the power clam went in, and I'm not even sure, maybe some of the squids on the side of Matchpoint turned to see, and just the wipe just happened. There was nothing they could do. Oh my word, we're just gonna have to see what Matchpoint can do to try and get back to mid, maybe get that push going. It's not looking in their favor, but everything is still to play for.
Certainly is. We've still got 3 minutes of this game to go. But again, look at how coordinated Surf and Turf are. One's going for the flank, and 3 are sticking together. They are slowly losing this central spot, though, and there's only the Tetris left. So very good play here from Matchpoint. They're slowly taking back possession, and just about get away with that.
Yep. And the Tetris tried to go in, tried to stall and get more points on the board, but just wasn't quite able to. We'll have to see if Matchpoint can do this themselves. Get points on the board. It's looking in their favor.
They're knocking on the door a bit. They've got a clam and they've got the score. They're on the board. That took a combination of the Tetris of their own rolling on in and the Booyah Bomb. Make that a second Booyah Bomb for good measure. They've only got the 1 power clam in. Finally, they do get the odd clam. But it's... Oh, wow. Okay, someone is throwing them in there. Brilliantly done. The Nautilus can't seem to pick them up. Finally, they do go down, but that was a few more points than I thought they would actually get.
Yes, no, that really wasn't looking like it was going to go well for them. But they have, they are down to 59 now, when it looked like they were only going to get to 80. So we'll just have to see if they can make another push. That's another 2 down on the from Surf and Turf. So we'll have to see if Matchpoint can push this, get properly into mid, get Surf and Turf out.
Yeah, Gutra is still there, and they're going to pick up one splat. The Booyah's going to come up, and they're going to rinse through. Might be a wise idea to back up now. Gutra finally just about gets out of that one alive. And now they're still pushing. They're still being so aggressive.
Pushing.
It's great to see. Unfortunate for Surf and Turf, though, they had a power climb on the right corner there. James went for it, but didn't get there in time. But it's okay. Their Oracle's got one in hand now.
Yep, they still have another one sitting, and we're in the last minute. What's gonna happen? They're gonna need. I really need to get the fire. Oh no! I hate to say I saw that coming, but the second they threw that to the octopus, whilst they were hugging the wall, that was the worst move they could have done. It was so risky, and it just didn't pay off for them. Just didn't quite. So unfortunate. But this is very much in Matchpoint's favor. If they can get this push, last 30 seconds, they will probably have overtime. So they just need to kind of get this push going.
They had like 26 clams there for just a moment there. It was just like, they have to. Look at that. There's like 9 on the side of the battling. They have to get something out of this. Guja's gone through on the center area. There's only a few seconds left. This will definitely go to overtime, but Matchpoint have to get on with this now.
Yep, and there's that baller trying to slow them down. They don't get the baller off, but they're still at this corner. They're still at this terrace, which is not beside the basket. Is there going to be time?
They have to go now, and they do.
They did.
So, but now this is the key part. They have to keep the barrier alive, and all of Surf and Turf are there. They're literally forming a gauntlet for them to go through. A couple of clams are coming in. They're dropping it down to 44. There's still one there in the form of Mao. They're actually getting a couple splats. Finally, they go down. They couldn't activate Booyah, and that will surely be that. Surf and Turf, hang on. Ooh. Matchpoint, take a bow. That was one heck of a clam blitz match.
Yes, indeed. And they came back and they tried to push that comeback. They were close. They did make it, but it just wasn't quite enough.
Look at Duggan. Look at that, 20 splats.
Oh my word.
They were going overtime with that. They had so many balls on the side, but they just could not get a consistent push. So good showing from them. They really came out in clams, but just that early push, that early push was always going to be a hard one to come back from. They took it all the way down to 17. That was such a massive start from Surf and Turf.
All they had to do was just keep up the defense, or just keep being aggro, keep killing them, keep intercepting Matchpoint's pushes, and that's what they did. Matchpoint got in a couple times, but it just was never enough. Not with that first push. There wasn't the time for it.
Oh my gosh, there really wasn't. But yeah, with that being said, Surf and Turf will win that all three, although that Clownfish did feel like it could have gone either way towards the end, but they will take the 3 points and probably move up in the standings. As a result, Matchpoint will have it all to do with their next 2 matches. Remember that there are 6 rounds of day 1. We have just finished our round 4 match. Obviously, we've still got a lot of people playing catch up with their respective matches, so we'll have rounds 5 and 6 coming up for you in just a moment. So, oh my goodness me, that was good fun. What a way to start our stint.
I know, so hype. That's just such a set of matches to start on. Really, looking forward to what we're gonna see in round 5. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look forward to it. And obviously, we've got day 2 coming forward tomorrow as well. But obviously, it's not just these tournaments that we've got on schedule. There are a few more things coming up. The closest of which, I believe, is the next tournament for Dangerous to Go Lone, Off the Dial's flagship solo registration tournament, focused on creating balanced teams and being accessible to everyone. You sign up alone and they make your teams a couple days before the tournament. It is currently December season, so the next one will be on Sunday the 27th at 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UTC. You can learn more about the tournament at otd.inc/IDTGA. Sign up directly at otd.inc/signup, and you can join the Discord as well by going to otd.inc/Discord.
It's a very interesting concept, really. Very interesting indeed. When you don't go in with a team build and you just kind of, everyone just kind of working on the fly there. It'll be interesting to see what comes of it.
Yeah, I've seen a few tournaments like that before, and it's always fun. Like just the sheer sort of fact, that randomized factor, as you would. Like, you have no idea who your teammates are going to be up until you get that message. It literally could be anyone, and as a result, you know, you've got so many different players utilizing so many different roles and weapons, and it's great to just not only learn like new skill sets and so like different kinds of coordination and strategies, but also you get to make new friends along the way. And who doesn't like that?
Exactly. That just sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're free and wanting to play on the 27th of December, it's yet again 3 p.m. EST and 8 p.m. UTC, just go give a look, maybe sign up.
We would absolutely love to have you. So yeah, with that being said, we are currently still waiting on round number 3. We have 2 groups. I think Group A has like 50 teams for this event, and I think Group B has like 53. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of teams that have signed up for low ink, which is always great to see. Like that, I'm loving the fact that so many Splatoon tournaments have such a good showing these days. Like, so many people actually come up, and especially with a tournament like this, where it's more catered towards like new players or players who aren't quite at that high level yet, but definitely want to get involved. It's just great. We get to see so many different varieties of players and talents.
Yes, it just is incredible, and especially with the consistency of low ink, especially with the turnout and everything, it's really quite a tournament to be casting as well. So yeah, just very, very interesting.
It certainly is, and I'm just doing a quick little refresh on the listings, and as it stands over at Group A, we've got a couple of teams who are currently 4 for 4, which is very nice to see. Sin RG, Squid, I'm going to assume that's Squid ROE. Oh, I almost wanted to say Rice, but it's not Rice, it's ROE. And then Colossal Bliss. Those 3 teams are currently 4 for 4. They have won 4, they have scored 12 points, so definitely going to be teams to keep an eye on going forward, especially into day 2. Providing I would assume they would make it there, considering they're that high up. And the same goes on to Group B as well. We've got Razin and Totally Squisters, both currently on 4 for 4 with 12 points as well. So it's good to see that there are some very strong teams already.
Already making their presence known, already gearing for the spots in the second day. It'll be good to see.
I'm very much looking forward to it, and obviously there's still a lot, you know, anybody who's managing to get the free wins as well, like there's a lot of those teams. Like Group B has at least 16 teams on free wins. Group A has about the same as well, I would assume. Yeah, 16 teams as well. So there's going to be a lot to be fighted over. Day 2 is going to be an event that you do not want to miss, and obviously that is tomorrow. So there's so much to build up to, and I'm looking forward to it. But as we prepare ourselves for round 5, we'll give you an indication of what will be happening for round 5 set when we get there. The next 3 matches will be Piranha Pit on Tower Control. We'll have Skipper Pavilon and Splat Zones, and then we will close that one off with Manta Maria on Rainmaker. That will not be the first time I've seen that today.
Yes, indeed. It'll be very, very cool to see what the teams we end up getting to cast bring out on those maps. Very cool indeed.
I think whilst we are still waiting, there are definitely a good number of matches still to go. So what we will do is we will take a quick little breather, and when we come back, we will provide coverage for round 5, and we'll see you all in just one moment. Top of your drinks and stay fresh, my friends.
All right, bye everyone. See you in a bit.
out situation. But if you look at the case at the top of the screen, the NZAP player for Blue Ring Kraken is going absolutely insane right now. And here comes a splashdown that's going to take out
Beautiful.
2 players by Noodles. Oh my gosh, just the second splashdown landed in this entire game. That was almost criminal what they did right there.
As Fluency and 2 members going down, the specials are coming out. Squid Row is going to try to make this last draw push, but they get shut down in Street. There's still 1 more clam. They're doing all they can here. This is the fight. They got one in. They did it! Oh my goodness. But they did hold enough for the squeezer to get into the basket as the jump does come in. And it's just going to be interesting to see this 1v1 play out here to see if Xylo's going to get any more clams in, which they do. They didn't take lead off it though, but there's a jump coming in. Oh, I made it! Oh, that was a really close jump. I was afraid that clam was going to miss.
And welcome back, my friends, to Low Ink. We have round 5 for you coming up, and it is going to be a very spicy treat for you all as we hop on over to Group A to see what the top 8 current standing teams have to offer. It will be Rolling Raccoons currently sitting in 8th to take on Inkigo-Gos, who are currently 4th, both on 3 wins respectively.
Yes, we'll just have to see how this plays out. To be honest, it's likely to be incredibly close.
No.
So we'll just have to see who can take it. Maybe we'll see a 2-1. Maybe we'll see a 2-1.
I mean, you always hope for a 2-1 in these kind of competitions. And don't think I'm going to allow that Splatoon pun to slide by undetected. But then again, this is Splatoon, and we all know that Splatoon is built up of puns, so I can't really say much.
Yes, it's like one of the baselines of the entire game. Just one of those things, you know.
It certainly is. And I was almost going to say best of 3, but again, I have to knock it into my head that this is Swiss. This is Swiss, not double elimination. We play all 3 points. And we will start on Tower Patrol, Piranha Pit. So, big old stage, plenty of conveyor belts, and, well, it's always a bit of a struggle sometimes to get it to the second checkpoint.
Yes, getting through that kind of very thin, right by their spawn part, it's quite difficult, but we'll have to see what each of the teams can bring to the table.
And it is going to be Inkigo-Gos on the Alpha team, so they'll be the first team to spawn in. It looked like that was the case. I think I saw the IGs in their names, and yep, there they are. So, Nautilus, we got a Ken's Slosher Machine, and was that 3 sets of... No, that's 4 sets of jewels. I guess, of course it is. Think about it. They're the Rolling Raccoons.
Oh, yes, it all makes sense now.
Yeah, I see what you've all done. Very well played. And they're all different variants, which is good to see. Living up to their name. Unfortunately, they are going to get times on them, but 2 of the jewelies went down. Make that 3 of them now. And there they all go, as the initial push goes the way of Inkigo-Gos, who have already made it to the first checkpoint.
Oh yes, this is not looking so good for Rolling Raccoons. They're already trying to push back into their spawn here. They're going to have to make concerted effort to get out, but it's still not really going in their favor.
Yeah, a good inkjet shot as well is going to keep Inkigo-Go's push going. They're almost at the second checkpoint. Bandit forces them up the tower, but he immediately gets squished by the other teammates, and that is checkpoint 2, and this might be very quick and through it. It is.
Yep, that is very quick indeed. Have to say, that was quite an aggressive play from Bandit, going in there on his own. He did stall for a moment, but couldn't really get much else from it. But at least that they're pushing it back, the Rolling Raccoons.
Yeah, I mean, credit where credit's due. They've managed to get it all the way back to the middle, and unfortunately taken out at the peak of the splashdown again. I mean, unfortunately, when you've got the range and utility like the Splatling does, it's a pretty easy hit if you get the timing of it just right. And the tower, whilst it did make it to 87, it's not going any further than that, it seems, and back towards the middle it goes.
That was 3 down on the side of the Inkigo-Go. This could be the opportunity that Rolling Raccoon is looking for.
I love it. Josie must have thought, okay, I got the splashdown for reals this time, and still gets caught out.
So I was just far enough away that they couldn't get him, but sadly, not quite.
Nope, and that is going to be 3 down as well for Rolling Raccoons. They did manage to get it past the first checkpoint, that the splashdown finally does come off. Nicely this time round, they get away with it this time. And as we approach the halfway stage of the first match, the Raccoons have managed to take control of the tower again. Unfortunately, backs turned right against Kakarot, who's going to immediately take them down.
Yep, this is still very much painted in Inkigo-Go's favor. This is not looking that good. Oh, for Rolling Raccoon, but there goes that kill. 2 down. And they make this push.
Kento trying to get around. They've got the ball at their disposal as well. Saw Kakarot coming right back. Didn't even flinch on that. It was just straight up I'll take you out as well, thank you very much. And as a result, the tower continues to be pushed. Between the two, they're keeping inkigo-Gos at bay, and this is becoming a little bit more closer here. We've got just under 2 minutes to go, and they're trying to inch towards the second checkpoint. The splashdown comes up as well, actually gets off this time round, gets it down to 52. Can they get past the halfway mark? They're trying desperately, but they finally give it up. Or have they? They're still around there, and Bandit gets another trade as well.
But will they be able to do anything with this? Because the tower is moving back slowly to mid. Looks like Rolling Raccoons will be able to get onto it again. But they're gonna need to get them out of this area. Doesn't quite go their way.
That was brave from Bandit, and that's going to be a wipe on Rolling Raccoon. So inkigo-Gos will take control again. The anchor deployed. Inkjet is up and high. Will they get a splat with the dualies? They are a bit of a slippery folk to try and take down. And with 1 minute on the clock, they are slowly making their way back towards the halfway mark. And with 50 seconds to go, Rolling Raccoons have everything to do.
Yep, they've got a lot to work on. Gotta get that tower back to mid and start pushing again. They've got to get some more control and make sure that they are in the best position to try and make this probably final push. So we'll have to see. Backing off that backline. Neither of them could take that kill.
Yeah, not surprised, but having said that, look where the tower currently is. Missiles are up as well, so that gives the gal a lot more to move away. And caught by the dually squelchers as a result. The Glugers do go down, and the Nautilus picks up another one in the midst of it all. With 10 seconds to go, it's just the dualies, and they have control of the tower. And I don't think they'll be able to contend with that anymore, but there are still 3 jumps coming in. They have to take this tower right here and now, and they can't. They can't do it.
It was so back and forth, but there just wasn't quite enough there for the Rolling Raccoons, especially with that first push from inkigo-Go.
Yeah, inkigo-Go is definitely on fire. Look at that, 22 splats on the side of the gal, 18 for the Nautilus. In fact, everybody on inkigo-Go's all got into double digits there. The lowest was 10, so very good consistency. And like you said, that first push, that initial push that they made when they got it past the 2 checkpoints, once you get it past checkpoint 2, as long as you can maintain your defense, you will likely keep that lead. And they were knocking on the door. Like, Rolling Raccoons were starting to build up momentum as that match went on. So they'll probably take solace in the fact that they did very well there, but they'll definitely want to take a point here.
Yes, they definitely will. It was also, as you were saying, when you get through that kind of choke before the second checkpoint, when you actually get through there, you want to get as many points as possible, because getting back through that choke again is very, very difficult. So it just stands to reason that when inkigo-Go got that push and they got past that second checkpoint, it was so difficult for Rolling Raccoons to get near it. But they did, they just couldn't quite get there.
I guess the question now then would be, I mean, I say what weapons are they going to pick? We already know Rolling Raccoons are probably going to all pick a variant of dualies, but do you reckon they'll switch the variant of dualies coming in to skip a Pavlov?
I suppose it depends. We might still see quite a few splashdowns, because they did seem quite partial to them. But you never know. You might get the different, very different kind of the frontline ones. You might see some more paint out of them. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out.
And we certainly will find out in just a moment as the 2 teams prepare themselves for match number 2 of round 5 of day 1's Swiss event. We're going to have inkigo-Go spawning in first, and we're going to see that Soda Sauce coming in. We get the NZAP as well, so good old armor. And we're going to see a very different comp from Rolling Raccoon. 2 dualies have swapped out. We've got a Splasher Junior and, significantly, a Fire Fin Splatoscope.
Yes, that is very, very different. And especially that was one of their frontline frontline Jillies that changed to that Fire Fin. So it's very different indeed.
I'm sorry, I'm calling frontline brawlers brawlers from now on. That's awesome. I like that. I like that slip.
We're doing a lot of rolling though.
Tell you who is on a roll, Bandit. Another good little snipe there with that scope, keeping things on Rolling Raccoon's side and actually holding the zone pretty well, it must be said. They've got some backup now with that incomer popping up as well. And Kento, obviously, Splasher Jr. definitely known for its turf coverage, and obviously because it's the 5-pin Splatterscope, we're going to see Bomb, Rush, Flush coming on out, and well, Raccoons, they're a different team here.
Yes, this is quite an opening. They're already down to in the 40s, let alone the 30s now. This is going very well in their favor. I don't know. inkigo-Go was trying to get back in, trying to get some paint. Oh, and they were able to take it back. There goes that penalty.
Yeah, well, let's see what you got. Kakarot coming in with the bomb rush as well. And the Booyah's going to come in as well from as the Aim's getting that pop up. inkigo-Gos are just popping every special under the sun as they take control of the zone. They'll pop on back, and Bandit will try and get another cheeky little snipe if they can. Starting to push on forward a little bit. They've got their bomb launcher coming up as well as the push begins, but they are going to get traded. Joe's just about hanging on in there, and they are potentially going to take this hit. They've wrestled control back.
That is quite the push coming out from Rolling Raccoons, and they don't really have any contested. It's not being contested right now. Everyone had to jump or push back or jump out, or else they would have died. So we'll have to see what inkigo-Go is going to do to get back in again, because they're really on the back foot here.
Seriously, the penalty points aren't far away from going down, but the Bandit is going to get taken out here, and Jay is kind of rolling all the way backwards to their name. They had one penalty point left to go through, and it's been reset again. Straight back into inkigo-Go's side as we approach the halfway mark.
These teams, it just goes one way and then the other, one way and then the other. And here comes... Oh, Bandit! That's nice! And another! Wow!
Oh, wow! Bandit just absolutely exploding there. Got themselves a triple splat, which contributed to the wipe. How about that from Rolling Raccoons? And, well, what a way to make a name for yourself as a charger. Oh, wow.
Yes, and Bandit may not be a Julie right now, but he's definitely on that roll. Oh my word. And here comes inkigo-Go. Trying to push in again, but...
They can't. They can't do it. And we're going to see another wipe. That's a wipe. That's the win. That's the win. There's no way.
They cannot get back in.
Yeah, they're partying, and rightly should. They absolutely deserve that. One apiece.
Oh my word, what a different game. inkigo-Go was just constantly trying to get back in, trying to get some stability on the zone, but just Rolling Raccoons are having none of it whatsoever. Oh my, that was a very, very different game.
It certainly was. It just goes to show what switching out two Julies could do for you. Oh wow! When we saw how the first match went, and we saw like the full Julie setup, and to be fair, they were starting to get a bit more momentum as that went on. You always wondered what the second match would do. I did not expect to see a Splatterscope coming out, and for it to be as consistent as it was. Like, what?
I just speechless, to be honest, at just the change of pace of that second game. Incredible. Truly incredible.
And as a result, we now go into Rainmaker, one of our more chaotic modes. My personal favorite, naturally. And on Manta Maria at that. So really the question is, with Bandit who just popped off with the Splatterscope, do you stick with that now?
Yeah, is that going to be? I have no idea. No idea, because this is so different from the first game. They could do something completely different in the third. But that consistency of those snipes, I would be hard-pressed not to want to have him still on that sniper. So
I mean,
we'll have to find out.
We'll definitely see. I mean, the 5-pin Splatterscope, it does have the suction bomb launcher, so that does do a fair amount of damage to the shield, but it's just if Bandit decides that is the pick that they want to go for. If they want to trade out actually putting pressure on the shield outside of using the special, or if they want to be consistently hitting that. We'll soon find out, but definitely playing on the back line, Bandit just really showed their true colors there. And wait, if you're inkigo-Gos, you now have to prepare for either a lot of dualies or that charger. Like, how do you set this up now?
Yeah, that's going to be a difficult decision to make, and we're going to find out if what they've chosen will pay off against whatever Rolling Raccoons choose. This is going to be quite the third match.
This is going to determine who moves up the rankings here. Remember, these two were in the top 8 before the match started. It's going to go either way. There is no Splatterscope. Bandit is actually gone for the Splattershot Junior alongside 3 dualies, so almost back to normality. Meanwhile, and crucially, the range on the side of inkigo-Gos will be coming from the Nautilus and the Kenza Machine, respectively.
Yes, it's very interesting for them to drop the heavy there. Could very well work out for them, but we'll have to see. inkigo-Gos
they're
already
gone.
going.
They're already gone. The Rainmakers got themselves 2 splats in the process of this, and this push is still going. They're going for some pizza. They're going for pizza time. I think that's almost a wipe. There's dualies left. Is this going to be a KO? It's pizza time! Oh, we have had everything in this one set. What in the world?
No words, to be honest. I just don't have any. What was that?
We went from a match where inkigo-Gos managed to have an amazing quick start in tower control and had Rolling Raccoons actually start to bit by bit chip away at the lead. Then we had a Splat Zones match where Rolling Raccoons absolutely popped off, and we thought, well, anything can happen now. Rainmaker is going to be a chaotic mess. It really was. It was over in 30 seconds. We've had it all.
Just no time for Rolling Raccoons to get their footing. inkigo-Gos were just straight off the mark. We're not even caring, just going. They were just done with that match already. Straight KO pizza time.
Oh wow! It's been a while since I've seen a round. Never mind a round go like that. A set go like that where it was. Oh my!
We were expecting a back and forth. We were not expecting that.
I mean, we got the back and forth of tower control after that initial big push. Then we had Splat Zones kind of teeter on that, but actually be more one-sided for Raccoons. And then I like how you were just like, yeah, I'm curious what they have, why they've dropped the Splatling inkigo-Gos. I guess we know why they dropped the Splatling.
They did not need that. They just wanted the speed. They just were gonna kill everything and then just gonna go for it. All they needed to do.
So we're just gonna send it, right? That's pretty much the mentality.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, you have to give shout-outs to both teams where it's due here, because they both had amazing matches in their respective games. Like, we saw both sides of these teams, and they've got a lot of potential. Like all players involved have so much potential right there in the form of that, they've got that great quick aggression on the side of inkigo-Gos, and we're able to bring up that defense where needed, as we saw in tower control. And for Rolling Raccoons, their ability to adapt to what the team is doing, that was fully on show in match 2. So yeah, we've seen some great performances from both those teams in just that match, regardless of how the Rainmaker match went. That was a good showing from everyone. That was a lot of fun.
That was an incredible set. Incredible set. We could not have hoped for more.
Oh, wow. Oh, let's take a breather from that. I feel like we are definitely going to need a breather from that. And as we start to calm ourselves down, we're going to start building up towards round 6. Before we cut to our break, we will do a quick little mention for another tournament that will be coming on up, and that tournament is the Minnow Cup, which is a new tournament for teams Division 4 and below that focuses on improving teamwork skills on the 4 ranked modes. Each month's maps are played exclusively on one mode. The Minnow Cup is having its second event on January the 2nd, 2021. Yes, literally the day after we welcome on in 2021. And the mode will be Clan Blitz. Registration on Battlefy is currently open, so if you would like to join in and find out more, head on over to discord.io/Minnow Cup. And we hope that not only will you sign up, we'll get to see what you have to offer, especially with what is probably going to be one of the first tournaments of the new year.
Yep, on the 2nd of January. So if you're around, if you're free, if you're interested, make sure to head over to discord.io/Minnow Cup. All right, and be ready for some Clan Blitz action.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't mention the fact it was Clan Blitz. That just completely went off my mind there. That was an oopsie on my part, so thank you very much.
No problem.
So yeah, with that being said, round 5 is still ongoing. We have just seen inkigo-Gos take out Rolling Raccoons in what has been one of the most chaotically bizarre matches, in the good way, of course, that we've seen for quite a while. So a lot of round 5 matches still going on. We are going to take a quick breather when we come back. The final round of the day, round 6, will be coming on up. We'll run you through the stage and the modes when we return. Do not go away, my friends. See you in a moment.
See you in a little.
And it seems like they are making an attempt here, though.
Doolies are doing a really good job there adding pressure, but it didn't look like that they had any follow-up, though. I bet you if they had follow-up, that could have been a more impactful push to allow the tower to go ahead. Oh my goodness! All of a sudden you see 3 just go down!
Turn things around. Here comes the roller. But there's 30 remaining. Here's one pick. This could be it. No, it's just a roller left. But he gets a pick. He gets a pick there. Oh my god. He got Oh my god.
Rainmaker right there. The Ray pays off, and they are able to push it up, get 31 points on the map, but just as easily, map control is put right back over to PR.
Yes, and this is a really good situation for PR to be.
Welcome on back to Low Ink, my friends. We are still here and we are preparing ourselves for round 6 of the day 1 Swiss. This will be our final trio of matches for the day. Zaria, are you looking forward to it?
Oh, I am so hyped for this. I still, I've been trying, but I still have not calmed down since that last set. Oh, and this set is geared to be another close one because the 2 teams we've got НОВД and we've got Twice. And Twice is currently sitting at rank 10 of Group B. And NOVД currently sitting at rank 11. So both sitting on 4 wins, 1 loss. So this could go either way, really.
It really can, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So, as you said, they're literally neck and neck in the table, 10th and 11th. So really, this is more for bragging rights than anything else. We assume that both of these 2 teams will likely be going forward, but crucially, it's who is going to go ahead of the other. This is going to be a very spicy affair, and we are going to start in a place where you can get all your spicy food needs, Mahi-Mahi.
Yes, and on Clan Blitz. So we'll have to see how each team is going to play this.
Certainly are, and it's a more open stage as well. You can pretty much see, well, any of the team from wherever you're standing on this. And for НОВД, we're going to see an explosion coming out. And again, not really much in terms of range side of Twice. We've got a squeezer, which will probably be the main source of the range with that initial burst. But yeah, to be fair, the only range on the НОВД side is the explosion, so it balances itself out, I guess.
And this is Mako. This is Mako. You can get away with this. It's a very small stage. Everything's very close quarters. So we'll just have to see which side, which aggression pays off. And we're not really seeing that much movement on either team right now. They're just trying to build clams, get possession of mid, push forward, but it does seem to be tilting towards the side of НОВД. Yep, that's a lot of pain.
Oh yeah. That is an awful lot of control, and that is a double splat as well for Nyon. And you feel like the break is coming, and wait a moment. Yeah, there's the break. There it is. Down to 68 we go already.
Yep, that Nyon there was just taking out people from behind, but they were still pushing. They still got that push below 70. It's a great push to start with. They're just gonna have to build on it. Make sure that they don't just let НОВД get back in. And get that push themselves, or Twice get that push themselves. So 2 power clams right now, but 2 people down on the side of Twice.
Yep, НОВД pushing on in, and the bubbles are up as well, so big time aggression coming up, and they are going to pop, and that's going to be another break, and НОВД once more find a way to punch through the breach, and missiles are going to come up as well. Can they keep the barrier up though? I don't think Ken is going to make that. I think trying to help out their teammate to get the splat more than anything. But no, they actually do still have it.
They keep it up, but are they going to be able to do much more with it? Well, yes. Yes.
We got it to 10. Ken kept that up for so long, they got it all the way down to 10, and Rocky's there as well. If Rocky can pop this and maybe get some additional clams in, they've got to be quick about it. Can they find it? No, they can't. It just goes up in the nick of time.
Just as he was ready to push. But all the people down on Nova's side doesn't seem to have given Twice that much more presence in mid. There's still a lot of paint on Nova's side here, but we'll have to see. One down on each side. Still kind of a stalemate. Oh, still one down on each side. And Twice with those 2 power clams trying to find their way in. But it doesn't seem to be going in there with favor right now.
And not only that, Nova have got a power clam up of their own again, and they're 2 for 2 for their pushes so far. We're gonna see a quick retreat though from Nova, and the missiles come in, and that is suddenly a 2v2. But again, the barrier has been busted. It's another successful push from Nova. Nobody's really there to capitalize on it this time around. Or are they? I don't know if Rock will get there in time. No, they don't even have any clams anyway. So again, they'll punch it through, but only have to settle for the penalty points. And Terry goes down. Rocky just biding their time, waited for them, and the rest of the team come up to help.
Oh, but that was 2 down on each side, and now Twice is pushing back in, but there's that power clam from Nova!
Rob just
not
comes
letting
in.
up!
Rob comes in, hits it with the barrier, and immediately jumps back out. But we've got one on the left-hand side. It's Ken. They might win this. They have won this.
Twice just not able to get any points on the board, just always on the back foot, trying to keep up that defense, stop Nova from pushing, but it's just, Nova always find a way in. Regardless, just always find a way in. Even if it was just 1 power clam, it's always something. So,
most of the times I saw in that match, Twice had at least 2 power clams on their side, and they just couldn't push. They just couldn't find any kind of aggression to go forward. Like, they would get a splat, but almost immediately it's just a straight up exchange, and Nova just pushed right on through. If it wasn't a direct push, it was always via a flank, and even at the end you saw, Ken just saw everybody was on the right and went, yep, I'm up off the box, onto the left hand side, no one's contested me, that's a win.
and here's my clams, straight into the basket, and then the KO. What a first game. We'll have to see though if Nova can keep this up for the second game, because maybe Twice can come back, have a different strategy for car control, and push it. We'll have to see.
Not only are they very different modes, but we also got very different stages. There's actual game coming up. So we go from that very open arena that is Mahi-Mahi, and now we go into our good old fans, our good old rising platforms, and there's a lot of different shenanigans that you can bring to the table with this, and there's a lot of different height advantages you can take advantage of as well. So let's see what the comps are going to be, and especially for a mode like Tower Control, you know, we've seen this combination since the early Splatoon 1. I say the early Splatoon 1 days. Antrophy Games was one of the latter stages added, so yeah, ignore me on that one.
Well, since Splatoon 1, we have seen this. We've seen this mode map setup, and you can have very different comps on this, but you always have to have some kind of aggression to get you up onto their plat. Get that push going, because once you're up there, you push past maybe the second checkpoint, you can tend to be pretty solid if you can keep up the defense. But we'll just have to see which team ends up getting that push going, you know. It might go back and forth though. It might be one team pushes it a little bit, then the other team gets it back and forth, or it might just be more of a constant grind from one team to just keep pushing little by little further in. We'll have to see.
We certainly will, and it'll also be interesting to see if anybody decides to bring in that bit extra range this time around. Obviously, we know that with a stage like Mahi-Mahi, there's a lot of close range weapons. I mean, the longest ranges we had on there were the Squeezer and the Explosion, and they were on the different two teams. So we'll see with tower control, especially with Anchovy, we might have that bit longer range, or if they decide to stick with their same comp, Explosion still has a pretty decent range to take advantage of, and not entirely so certain about the Squeezer. That might be a switch out, but we'll see how they play. You never know. It could just be a comfort pick. It may be their main. You never know.
Yep, and from last set, it could be something completely different, as we saw from Rolling Raccoons. They could just completely switch this up. We have no idea, but I would say it would be more likely they'd play kind of similar comps to what they played last round, but we'll see.
We certainly will as the match starts to gear itself up. Anchovy Games Tower Control, match number 2 of round 6. We are indeed going to see some range, heavy splattering, and there's a splatter scoop. Are you kidding me? We've got a splatter scoop again in 2. Oh, twice. If you pop off with this as well, just as much as Bandit did, we're going to have words. Very choice words.
Yes, indeed. We'll have to see. And straight off the bat, Nova's got a armor, trying to get that push in, trying to be aggressive. Already pushing up onto the plat, making sure that Twice are very wary to the left and to the right.
Well, we've already got for them. It really is. It's already 3 down. That's a wipe. That is a very quick wipe on the side of Nova. 2 have pushed in. Make that 3 have pushed in to the spawn area, which leaves the heavy splattering. Makes sense on the tower. And they've all pretty much got specials ready. Here comes the Inkjet. And Chick is going to have to just retreat here conveniently. Missiles will evade them as well. And the Stingray is going to now come out. Forces the splattering off of the tower. But crucially, they have made it past checkpoint 1.
This is going very, very well for Nova. But now, 2 down. This could be the moment that they get pushed back out again, and it looks like it is. Ooh, that jump. That's just unfortunate.
The very good placement with the sprinkling, knowing full well they were going to jump straight into that, and obviously it does help. It helps so much because it is putting ink on the ground. Tower has been taken back though by Nova, so the push is still going despite it being pegged back a little bit. But again, they've lost 2 already. The Julies and the Splatter Jr. go down, and Rob knows they have to retreat a little bit.
Yes, especially when Twice have that armor up. It's just that 2v4, you just don't wanna force that really. Wanna stay back and make sure that everyone try and keep everyone alive to stop the next push that's coming in. And that seems to be working in favor, except down goes the Inkjet.
It's only a matter of time before it got shot out of the sky, and the Booyah Bomb is going to come up as well, and she is coming all the way up here with the ink armor deployed as well. Checkpoint 1 has been hit. Can Twice go through this and start the comeback here? Oh, it's almost there. I think they got forced off at the last second. Now they're through it, and that is exactly what they needed.
That is very good for Twice. Very good to get past that checkpoint. Makes it so much easier to just eke away and at that lead, even if they don't get it right now, but which they don't seem like they will, not with only a sniper alive. But that means that it's so much simpler to get back to that point again.
Yeah, once you've gone past one checkpoint, it's so much easier to get back into that specific spot. Having said that, though, we know what Nova's like, and when they push forward, they push with content. Booyah Bomb and Inkjet both deployed at the same time, and Ken is not going to win out that exchange. They are getting points on the board slowly but surely, Nova, but unfortunately they didn't make it back to where they were, and it is going to start painting on back. Chick wins out the 1v1 against Rocky, and just like that, field neutralized.
Ooh, and they do end up getting that jump, which is very important as they try to get the push back in. There's only two on the main field right now, on the side of Nova, which gives very much the advantage to Twice to get this push, keep this push going. And yet again, 2 down on the side of Nova. That is not good for them.
It certainly isn't, and Neon is going to start getting themselves in with that pro caught out by the... Having said that, though, look at this. This could... It's 49 to 49. It's not lead. How is that not lead? I don't believe Nova hold on to that.
So close, but just... Nova just there saying, not today. You're not having the lead.
Oh wow, 1 minute left to go, and there's a quick retreat from one of the members of Twice. 50 seconds on the clock, 49 to 50 in the favor of Nova. The missiles will come out, and the tower is still going. It's just the Splatling left alive. The Booyah will come out. Will they get the splat? They don't get the splat on Chi. Just about able to survive that, and back to middle they go. Crucially then, can Twice take advantage here?
They need to be very careful with their specials and their placement here, because this is their push. This is their push. And already one's down on the side of Nova, which is very good for Twice.
Two is down. Uh-oh. This could be lead. Will this be lead with 10 seconds to go? It's lead. It's lead.
There we go. But they still have to be careful. Because if they feed now, it could just very well be a simple pushback from Nova. But if they have their positioning, if they have their specials, all they have to do is defend. You just have to see how that works for them now.
Shot needs to charge up Stingray as soon as physically possible. We know what the GG Ray can do. It's a 4-3 advantage. Tri-Slasher coming in clutch. They get one splat. Can they get the second? They get the second. It's 1-1.
There we go. Stingray, not necessary when your try comes in clutch.
Oh, Tri-Slosher, thank you very much. You keep this going. It's 1 apiece in our final round. Oh, that was awesome. Well played to both, but with 10 seconds to go, you can't pick a better time to take the lead.
Oh my word. Yep, that was very, very back and forth. Very, who was gonna win? Oh my word, and it was sitting at, 49.50?
Yeah.
For quite some time?
Like, Twice never gave up. They never gave up. Nova thought they had the initiative. They thought they had control. Then they got it all the way to 49. But obviously, once it's tied, whoever gets there first gets that initiative, which meant it got pushed back to 50. The fact that they managed to recalibrate and come back to take the lead in the dying second, it's everything you could have wanted from Splatoon.
Yes, you just love to see it. Oh my word. Well, we're into the third match here with Splatzone's Humpback. And to be honest, I have no idea what's going to happen. This is going to be a back and forth one, I would expect, but who's going to win? No idea.
I mean, if you don't know who you think is going to win, just remember, in the bucket we trust.
Let's try.
I'm sorry. We've seen a good couple of Tri-Slasher plays so far, and I'm just so proud.
You're so here for it.
I am absolutely. Having said that, though, both teams are playing incredibly well. So neither of them want to finish underneath the other. Like, there's a reason these two teams were 10th and 11th going into this match. So this is how close these two teams are. It is all to play for, and both teams are ready to go. So, who will take the initiative? Who will try to book their ticket comfortably into the top 10? Will it be Nova or will it be Twice? Match number 3, the final match of the stream.
And it's all to play for.
Oh! An E-leader! Shot, what are you doing?
Very unexpected.
So we've got the Splatling and a Dynamo on the side of Nova to go up against the E-Liter and an Aerospray. Well, those ought to be fun. Also, one of those things were not like the other. Can you figure out which the Aerospray? Spoiler alert.
Well, we'd hope to see a lot of Booyah bombs out from that Aerospray throughout this entire game. So, we'll just... Oh my word, we'll just have to see what they can do with it.
Well, Bubbles are out, and Bubbles get the initiative away, so Nova might make it to the halfway. Twice will at least start to come back on, but they've lost 2 already, and Terry is Well, they're trying to tear it up with the aerospace. Obviously, we'll know Booyahs will be coming in left, right, and center from them. That's going to be their main go-to, and they'll immediately activate that. But, having said that, the Splatling has one too, and that continues to get wrestled away, but Twice still managed to take it.
Yep, and it's back in their favor yet again. Just slowly chipping away at that penalty. While Nova also just pushes up, just taking them down. But now it's 2v2. They're out of Nova's out of Twice's spawn. Let's see what they can do with that.
Yep, another Booyah quality coming in from Terry, and just look at how consistently back and forth this is, but it is Nova who has the initiative. But again, the Booyah bomb takes it away from them, and Twice will give them a good old hefty amount of penalty points. Obviously, they're still so high up on that listing that you just feel like Twice are doing everything they can to just delay Nova's initiative. They're still in control. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Yep. I cannot believe how back and forth this is, especially with the weapons against each other. And down goes the backline on the side of Nova. That's 2v2, just fighting over the zone. And Nova's able to take it back, but let's see how long. All it'll take is another Booyah Bomb, which...
Booyah Bomb and missiles. To be fair, Booyah Bomb and missiles are comboing up very like, even if it does go down, it's a 4-2 again, and Nova once more will take the zone back, but it just feels like that as long as Twice have at least one special charger, whether it's the Booyah or the missiles, they're gonna keep forcing Nova to keep on moving, and they will lose the end zap as well. Rob takes a bit of a hit from the back, but just about gets away with it. Missiles comes in, forces them out, and once again, Twice have control.
Yeah, no, Nova can just never sit comfortably on that zone. Twice are always just pushing, always determined to keep pushing them back. And that's 3 down on the side of Nova. That is not good, especially with where they are at right now. Twice, that is, on the numbers.
And they might take the lead here. They could take the lead, and they do take the lead. I don't believe that. Quite the odd comp is making this work. There's 2 going down again, but Nova are just trying to wrestle this back under control. The bowler comes in from Rookie. Will they finally take this with a 4-2 advantage? They do. They don't have that many penalty points to ping on through, so Twice need to shut this down before they take it away, because there's not much time left, and they do take the lead.
Oh my word. And it's turned up in Twice's hands. They have quite a few penalty points to be getting through right now, but the Dynamo is down on the side of Nova, so they don't have as much paint as they would have otherwise. And is that another Booyah Bomb coming in from the side of Nova this time? But is it going to be, and it's enough to take it back again. 2 down on the side of Twice.
Yeah, and again, Nova have the control. They don't have many penalty points to run on through. And obviously the Dynamo will get that Booyah Bomb up relatively soon. So with 30 seconds left to go, they just need to try and keep the zone in their favor. They have lost 2 again, though. So if Twice are aggressive, and they are, they'll take it. Oh my gosh, this is going down to the wire here. 20 seconds are left on the clock. Terry throws the Booyah Bomb to try to keep the advantage. Do they win out this 1v1? They don't, because they're the aerospace. And this is slowly but surely tipping back to Nova. 10 seconds, they might have this.
And they're just holding that Booyah Bomb. Holding it because they aren't giving it back. No way.
Oh.
What a match. What a match. Oh
that was immense. That was immense from start to finish, and Twice coming in with a very comp. And to be fair, was making it work quite nicely, it must be said. The Aerospray had 6 Booyah Bombs, and we had 8 missiles in there as well. So much inkage on the side of Twice. Every time Nova took control, Twice were like, and neutralize every time. That was awesome.
Incredible. And every time that Nova gave Twice an inch, Twice just took a mile, but they just weren't able to keep it. Oh, just at the end there, they got the zone. Nova got the zone back and just held it. You know, weren't giving it back. Not that final time.
No. It was like, especially when, and again, it's one of those things where you have the Booyah Bomb, you have it up, nobody really hit 5 seconds to go. You know that Twice have to throw everything at you, and you also know that the Booyah Bomb will just cancel that, because you saw Bowler and Bubbles all get popped there. But again, the Booyah Bomb hit first to make sure that none of that get covered. So 2-1 in the favor of Nova. They will finish ahead of Twice. But again, just like in the previous set, we saw both teams come out with so many good points. And again, so much potential.
So much potential. And just between the two teams, they were so close. So close. It could have gone either way throughout the entire set. It's just incredible games, really.
Oh my gosh. And with that was our last match on the stream today. I know there will be some other people finishing up their round 6 matches as we speak. But for day 1 of Low Ink, that is us done. But before we go, we will just quickly remind you all of a few other things. We have highlighted a couple of tournaments already, but there is another one that you might be interested in as well. Another recent one coming up. December 23rd, we'll have the last Swim or Sink. Swim or Sink 13 will start at 8 p.m. Eastern. That is a double elimination tournament with a 64-team cap.
So if you're interested, you better get to sign up quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be a great one. And like I said, that will be the last one. Yeah, so again, please make sure to hop on over to that. If you don't get a team in for that, don't worry. Like I said, you'll be able to watch this all take place. And on top of that, remember to come back here tomorrow, same time as tonight. Well, for me, that's 6 p.m. GMT. But you get the general idea. At the same time as always, we will be back tomorrow for day 2 of Low Ink. It has been a whole lot of fun from start to finish. I have been TK Layla.
And I have been Zari.
And we cannot thank you enough for coming over. Not just for those in the chat and watching on live, but also for all of the players, all of the teams who have came in. There have been some amazing team names, and we've had a lot of fun on stream again. Shout out to the previous 2 casters as well. We've had so much fun, and also massive shout to everybody behind the scenes who have been working tirelessly to bring you this event over this weekend. We are going to have ourselves a little bit of a raid, and it will be directed to Midway Ink Tour. So yeah, we are absolutely sending you all over to there. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Take good care of yourselves, and until next time, stay fresh.
Bye, everyone.